Howdy. In Canada and in the United States of America, when you go out and you influence a politician, it's called lobbying. In all other places in the world, it's called corruption and bribery. How does that work? I gotta tell you, Democrats, they are so twisted with hate and the need for control that even when the President of the United States is found innocent of the many, many charges and times that they go after him, they won't accept it. They are twisted humanoids, and I gotta tell you, they gotta get over it, but will they? Of course not. They just won't. They don't seem to be able to do it. You can't even trust what you see anymore because they create things different. They see things different than us. It's kind of like sugar and salt, right? You look at it, it's the same. It isn't. You gotta go touch and feel. You can't believe anything that you hear. It's always been the case with the liberals, but now it's more than that. You also can't believe what you see. They make it up and they use Photoshop. I guess they use all kinds of little tricks, and they're dangerous people seeing things differently than us. I mean, wow. But you know what? Maybe they're right, because conservatives, I've been thinking about this, they're scallywags. They're scamps. I'm talking about the United States conservatives, the Republican Party. They are bad. They insist that a voter must be a United States citizen. They insist that each United States citizen require identification to vote. They insist that a citizen must not vote more than once. And they also insist that the citizen of the United States must be alive. Okay, that's kind of standard, I guess. Bad news, though, for the Democrats. Oh, there's more, there's more. And that is, as the Democrats also, this is bad too for the Democrat, bad for everybody. They also want to close the border. This will create a shortage of meth, cocaine, and new voters for the Democrats. Woe is them. Michelle Obama, she had a staff. I'm jumping, keep up with me. I'm giving you stuff to put in and process and put it all together and say, getting mad now. How do we fix it? What's the solution? You all got to look for a solution. You got to help the system because the system's got to screw it up. You have Michelle Obama, she had a staff of 23 people. What did they do? I didn't know that she was the president. Did she run the country? 23 people, right? Mrs. Trump, she has three. She's the first lady. Doing a good job. 3 should be sufficient. Wow. Joe Biden, he says that 4 more years of President Trump will forever alter the course of the nation. Here's hoping. We hope so. Now, gun control groups, they are now unable to define their message. They've become a confused bunch of folks, right? Many of them and their allies are now interested in abolishing law enforcement. They don't want any more police places at all, right? And now they're saying, okay, but who's going to enforce this who's going to go pick up the guns? I mean, it's kind of like I want a hamburger, but I fired the cook. I mean, there's nobody to cook it. There's nobody to pick up the guns. I mean, these guys with their little gun control stuff, I mean, it's kind of interesting. And getting rid of the police, that's even more interesting. They want to replace it with some agency that they have all social workers that jump in the minivan and go over to a scene of the crime and say, come on, you don't shoot anybody. I mean, how was your childhood? And talk like that. Stupid stuff. But that's what they do. I mean, it's like the Chinese cook, you know, use noodle up here, not the noodle in the bloody soup. And these people, they're in the soup. They just can't figure it out. How do we help them? I don't know. I mean, can we? I don't know that either. The beaches are open. I do know that. And they're kind of neat places. I was driving by, and I'm an old guy, and I looked around, and I saw these beautiful girls, and I thought, wow, I wish I had a dog. I'd go out and walk the dog or a baby in my arms, and I'd get attention. But, how can that be? So I started staring, parked my car, and one girl, she got up and walked over to me, and she was scantily dressed, and she said, you're staring at me, and kind of must have thought I'm a dirty old man. But I had quick recovery. And what I said was, I'm on the Tattoo Enforcement Agency, which is a nationalized agency caused and created by left-wing liberals. And she smiled and she said, look at this body. Putting a tattoo on this body would be like putting a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. Hey, y'all, she got me. Y'all come back here tomorrow. We'll have more for you from the right. See ya.